Welcome back to the class. We shall continue with a few more questions in the chapter Control and Coordination. So frequently appearing questions in the examination. Let us discuss the answers for the questions. So what is the difference between reflex action and walking? So reflex action is the involuntary action which is under the control of spinal cord, whereas walking is the voluntary action which is under the control of brain. Okay, and what happens at the synapse between the neurons? So synapse is the site between the gap between two neurons. That is the synapse. So when an impulse has to be passed, an electrical impulse is generated, and this triggers neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters pass the impulse from one part of the body to the other part because all the neurons form a network-like structure, and each neuron is in contact with another neuron at a synapse. And an electrical impulse which triggers activates neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters pass on the information. Which part of the brain maintains the posture of the body and equilibrium? So the part of the brain that is cerebellum helps in maintaining the posture of the body and also maintaining equilibrium. How do we detect the smell of agarbatti? How do we detect the smell of agarbatti? So that is by means of diffusion. So when we lit the agarbatti, the smell spreads throughout the room by means of a process which is called as diffusion. That is movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration, and that is how we are able to detect the smell. That is olfactory neurons present in the nose help in detecting the smell. Okay, what are the main divisions of human brain? So human brain is mainly divided into forebrain or cerebrum, midbrain and hindbrain. Hindbrain has again two parts, cerebellum and brainstem. Brainstem is further divided into pons varolii and medulla oblongata. Okay, these are the main divisions in the brain. What are the functions of cerebrum? So what are the functions of cerebrum? Cerebrum occupies major part in the brain. It is the site of intelligence, thinking, memory, analysis, judgment, etc. All these functions are under the control of cerebrum. And what are the functions of midbrain? So midbrain has regions of vision, hearing, movement of muscles, etc. So that is the main function of midbrain. And what is diencephalon? So the parts below the cerebrum are called diencephalon. So diencephalon helps in maintaining temperature, and it controls emotions, blood pressure, and it also controls sleep, hunger. All these are under the control of diencephalon. So hypothalamus, the lower part of the cerebrum is called hypothalamus, and it secretes hormones. Near hypothalamus, pituitary gland is attached to the brain, and it secretes hormones, and it helps in maintaining blood pressure, body temperature, etc. These are the functions of hypothalamus. What are the functions of medulla oblongata? So medulla oblongata is the last part of hindbrain. Medulla oblongata continues as a spinal cord. Medulla oblongata mainly controls involuntary functions like that is the heartbeat, blood pressure, respiration, secretion of saliva. All these are under the control of medulla oblongata. What are the components of reflex action? So reflex action has to take place means there are so many components. All these together form reflex arc. So what are the components of reflex action means first receptor. Receptor receives the impulse. Sensory neuron carries the impulse to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord there is interneuron analyzes, and through motor neuron the impulse are sent to the effector, that is muscles or glands in the body. So receptor, sensory neuron, interneuron is also called as association neuron, motor neuron and effector. So these are the components of reflex action. And what are the differences between sensory neurons and motor neurons? So sensory neurons are also called as afferent neurons. They are also called as afferent. And motor neurons are called efferent neurons. Motor neurons are called efferent neurons. Afferent means incoming, efferent means outgoing. Sensory neurons arise from sense organs and carry impulses to brain and spinal cord. Motor neurons arise from brain and spinal cord and carry impulses to the effector. So they are incoming, these are outgoing. So these are the main differences between sensory neurons and motor neurons. But I have already told you all the spinal nerves are mixed nerves. That means they contain both sensory nerve fiber and also motor nerve fiber. So these are the some important questions, and the answers are also given briefly, and I have given the explanation, and the answers are, that means single word answers. You can form a sentence taking that as a guideline. Okay, so hope you have understood. Thank you.